Mm-hmm. You must get alerts or something. I swear it's probably been like a minute. Hello. Yeah, I've seen. I tuned in for a little bit. I got my own agendas, but I see. That's all good. Well, yeah. Yeah, I know, yeah. It just depends on what you do with it. Alright. Let's make this track Nemesis. And not like this be my Nemesis. Yeah. Well, either way, I'm gonna get to it, and yeah, I'll watch the chat. All good. I will continue. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, no worries. Cheers. I have hot coffee. I'm gonna do my thing. Okay, so the last video that I made was the conception of this track. There are two styles of beats that I'm going to be messing with next. First one is this. The second one was this, because it's eventually going to go to somewhat of an outrun speed. Okay, I'm going to mute those now, and I'm going to go over the bits and pieces and how I can sort of conceptualize the track. So I started with this straight arpeggiated F. Yep, F chord. And I played a melody on the top, which I highly altered until I liked it. So it started like this. And I played with that same sound and ended up modifying the sound for the top. This is what I ended up with. And my volume is not up all the way, which I need to fix, because it sort of messes with me, given that I prefer to create with headphones. Okay, so the two together. So then the next part for me was to add something more to the middle of that section, and it was highly reverberated. So this is another top layer that plays, if you can see, from F to the next key up. I think the next two keys up, actually. Yeah. Okay, so just very basic. It moves with the bass. Okay, moving on. I decided to play a second top line. So together with that, and that's pretty much where I left it. But now I hear this playback. It's notably out. So I'm going to delete this. Dimmy K. What a surprise. Hello, my friend. So, this is a new track. Again, this one's called Nemesis. I can't even really remember the conception of this. I thought it was something to do with a movie, like as if the bad guy just comes in, like the Nemesis. There's always a good and evil side to something, so it was like I pictured when the bad guy first comes in, and yeah, it was like It was sort of like easy beat, I think. I had it like this for a little while till I get the melody right. And then eventually it'll go like, it'll ramp right up. Let's see if that top line plays pretty good. So much reverb. How you doing today, man? I think I want to extend the release of this. You know what I want to do here is there's only oscillator 3 that's going through that perfecto filter, so let's go ahead and we'll add a high pass to it. Yeah, I feel that. Australia's not quite on lockdown yet, although I feel that it should be. I'm kind of lucky that I'm still sort of an essential worker, even though I should be finished. Like my 8 hours literally just clocked over now, and I'm home early. So, yeah. I don't know. There's a lot of us from who I've been talking to, and because it feels like even though we're not doctors or anything like that, it feels like we're out on the front line, so we're kind of fearful for it. I don't know, but I'm kind of 50-50 versus like, okay, I've got a job still, but for how long? And on the other side, I'm like, hey, I don't really want to catch this virus. Why the fuck am I doing this? So yeah, I think it's a good thing too, because you really realize how much everything doesn't really mean what it means or what's important. Because family, I'm sure you've got kids. I think you've got kids from memory, or a kid, but you really find out what exactly is important. And because it's like 2 a.m. in the morning, this is all I do. I used to play a lot of video games, not anymore. Since the start of this year, I think I've finished a fair few tracks, but I've wrote and like laid out so many, and because I'm sort of in this zone right now, hence the reason why I still haven't finished the thing that we did. Sort of in this zone of just punching out ideas and left, right, and once it gets to the point where I'm like, okay, I think I've had my fix, I'm going to go back, which will be probably this weekend, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to be working through. I've counted up. I've got like eight tracks that I haven't fully finished that I can polish up, or I can do a little bit here or a little bit there, and then like 98% whatever done. And then, yeah, then maybe I'll take a bit of a break, or not, who knows. I really want to sing on something, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, So, I forgot this too. Done. I'm happy with that. Okay, so before I move on to this, so this was high end accent, because what I wanted to do with this was take a bit of that screech out from the bottom. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. I'll get to that organ in a second. I just want to sort of get to the point where I make something, like I make a sound and I want to fit it. I know where I want to fit it, so I've got to fit it there. Otherwise, if I just have, like back in, I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, if I got to the point where I was just like, okay, here's all my track, it felt like it took so long to just delve through everything. Whereas if I pay attention to this now, I don't really have to give it that much of an attention later. I can mix it down pretty quick. Plus, I mix and master in the box too as I go. Yeah, so how much did I want to take out of this? Probably, let's go for a low cut. Let's leave it there. Let's get all this. Alright, this is going to sit a little bit low in the mix, so I'm going to make it mono in that section. Take this out a bit. Alright, so the organ was a single instrument. I'll just put that in left channel first. This was like a stab, I think I made. Yeah. So hard left, hard right, monoed it, I think, to a point. No, didn't yet. So yeah. So that's why. So I made the delay slightly different on each, so they work really well with one another, and then pulled them together. So this is left, this is right. Then what I did was I grouped it with just basic bit crusher. Done some slight EQ to put it to where I wanted it. Had a lot of energy in the mid signal in right in that frequency. And then I sent it to get some treatment on the top. So a lot of the time I do this. Let's run this out. So this is on the master chain. So I've made one sound, panned it hard left, altered the delay in that Spire preset, sent that, I duplicated it and sent it hard right, and then brought them together as a whole in a group, EQ'd them respectively together, and then what I've done is I've sort of sent it to somewhere like in a send, took some low out of it, and then I put some downsampling on the top, so it's got so without it, and with it, so what I'll probably do is mix this in from taking the high out. So I'll put that, I just use single filters a lot, a little bit of Q factor, add a bit of resonance. And then, so it'll be a little bit like this. I think the track might start like this. Maybe a bit more. About there. Alright, let's put a compressor on there. Oh. That was good. Alright, times 4, so yeah. I think what I might do is I might just mute this reverb that's in each of these spires. I might run it through the reverb that I created for this, which I think is on this channel, which I haven't named, which is not like me. Ooh, it sizzles. Alright, so let's open up Spark for a second. I try and get the feel. I use Spark a lot. Let's turn these two sections of drums off, which hit just the percussion. So sort of think of how the next section is going to go as it leads up. Okay, so eventually it'll get to the point where it's like, that won't be in there. Maybe we can roll it with this. This top will be the actual melody. Or maybe I'll just write something else on the top of it. I don't know. We'll see. Scratch that. So those two pieces, they will be the melody. The main piece. With a little horrific thing. And then I'll write something on top of it with a real organ. So let's write that as melody. We'll keep that away. That will just go away as a group. So I'll start here. Let's roll out this B3 organ. I'll mute that. I love this thing. This is so cool. Yeah. No problem, man. I'll see you when I see you. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Maybe let's go up one higher. Not too high. Split chord will go here. Let's roll it right down. No, it's got to be there. We could go here. Let's see what other presets we can go for. Top end organ. How are we doing here? Yeah. No. Oh. Let's go for a classic funk organ. It's too plucky. Oh, there we go. Alright, drop one down. It's a little bit distorted. Still a little bit. Maybe we could go for like indie rock. Not sold on that, hey? Why is that pulled over to the... Oh, there we go. Maybe I can... Yeah. Alright. I'll work with that later. Alright. So, next point of the journey. Let's save that. Well, let's start ripping these samples out. So, this is the one bass, right? So this is this will be mid, intro kick. Excuse me. Let's mute that. Solo these two drums. Okay. Mid, intro, snare. And straight away, I'm going to duplicate that. So that's the dynamic part. Okay. Mute that. Now, what's left here? Okay, so that's going to be, so those two are going to need to come out of it individually. So is that. and so is that. Alright, so that's my top loop. Alright, so I want to solo this now. So this is my ride symbol. Man, there's going to be a lot of percussion in this one. Simply because there's two sections to it. Ride MI, that's mid intro, okay. Mute that, so that's done. They're all done. Didn't need that. The rim shot. I don't usually use rim shots that much, actually. Rim shot, mid intro. Always name your stuff. Alright, so a little high, open hi-hat there. So open hi-hat, mid intro. Oh my. That's funny. And then the crash. But believe it or not, I'm going to add a layer for that. Hey, hello. I just had Dimmy K in for a little while. That was cool. Crash, mid, intro. I'm just working on the percussion. Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a lot of percussion lines here. Is there anything that I was missing? I think I've got all of it. I think I was gonna... I've been sharing your link, bro. No lag again today. Yeah, about that, huh? Little lag. That's odd. You know, I'm streaming to like YouTube and Twitch as well at the same time. So it's like it's doing more, but there's less lag. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. It's good though. I'm happy for it. This is going to be a top accenting loop, so I'm going to make this delayed. So let's go delay top mid intro, and we'll put this up there. Now that's that done. Just seems normal 10 seconds YouTube lag or something. Okay. Before was about a minute. Before when you were here? Okay. Let's move on. That's off. So this on the other strips. Yeah. It's definitely better now. That's cool. That coffee was very weak. I'm not used to such weak coffee. Alright, so this bass drum first. Whoa. There we go. Alright, mute that. Makes you actually interact with what's going on. Hell yeah, it does. So main, kick. So this I'm going to put over to here. Because there's two sections, it'll be a slow section, then it'll be in the chorus, it'll be very fast. And I think it'll go very, very high to a point, and then it'll go back down to being slow. Some more, pardon me, slow beats. So rip this snare out. And we'll turn that off. And straight away, we're going to duplicate that. Let's bring that down there. So, main snare, main dynamic. Can I even spell? There. you done the motion again. That was funny. Alright, so they're turned off. I'm gonna need hang on, what was the same? Might not need to actually aha. So I know the difference between the two. No, that was me talking to myself. I was trying to type something, I just couldn't get it. Alright, so we're gonna have to, the ride can stay the same. So let's copy over this. So I know that's the same. The rim shot is the same. So it's something else I don't have to bounce out. The percussion line, which would be the top loop. So the top loop would be the same. So with this. So what was different? The closed hi-hat. And yep, and there's no crash there. That's because I made this after, so the crash will be the same. So we'll add that in the same part. The open hi-hat. The open hi-hat's different than the closed hi-hat. Maybe we can add them together. Sure, why not? Let's run them in. Alright, so open hi-hat and closed hi-hat. Main. That's that done. That's fine. Right, let's turn that off. Mute these. So that's saved a shit ton of time. Okay, now let's mute those. Grab those two, run them up the top, because I don't want to work with them just yet. And now we're going to work on just go like that. Now I'm going to duplicate this across, run that out to there, bring this over. We're going to grab all these lines here. I'm going to loop them across like so. So now I'm just going to go through and work on all this, which feels like a bit of a burden, but it's okay. So this is drums, or as my fingers like to type it, dums, whatever. Let's drop it back to about 8 decibels. So I need to roll this onto that. What's wrong with the first one? Then we can copy that across. Can I turn this down or what? No? I don't want to run with that compressor. I want to run with my Logic Native that I like the best. Let's go for an opto. Let's check the meter range first. Thank you, that's it. So what I'm going to do now is going to put a limiter on the drums without actually putting any gain on. So I'm not adjusting any volume rather than the output. So I'm giving the output a little tiny fraction of a headroom. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to EQ into the limiter and fill out the drum sound so that when each drum hit is hit, it's level across the board, which gives you that median that I like to, instead of it having that natural feel, I'm pulling back from that natural feel. Like, even though it's a lot of it, because I'm going to add some more live stuff in there, a lot of it has that live feel. I want it to be punchy. I want it to be always at the same volume. When the kick hits, I want it to always be there. Whack, whack, whack. Same volume every time. So this is how I get around that. So we're going to watch the volume meter come across in this decibel, the decibel reader here, and then I'm just going to EQ into it and then give it some gain. So what I did is configured this from being a stereo into a mono, so I could properly hear how the drums were striking. So now I'm going to turn that off, that I've done what I've done, and I've put 2 decibels of gain on it so that it hits a limiter, brings it down, knocks it off right at that point. I'm not sure if a lot of people do that, but that's what I do. So I'm going to turn this gain off now. We'll hear it as stereo. Yeah, I like the tempo change too. Alright. Let's re-level everything. So I need to make this stick out a little bit more. Yeah, sounds sick. I dig it. Just need to make this stick out a little bit more. It's a single. Yeah, that's a single oscillator. Alright, so what I'm going to do for this, I've added a third oscillation into the mix. And what I'm going to do is basically grab that sound, that initial sound, and I'm going to control the pitch. So every time that it strikes, it actually flicks the pitch of that sound up a little bit higher than the rest. So I wanted to put an organ, an actual organ in there. Let's mute that. Let's see, because there's no real chord structure to this. It's just F the whole way through. Look, it's not like through playing through chords. So this is an F chord up here. Maybe. Maybe I'll do that for the break. But I don't think this is going to fit the mix at all. Everything is going against it. Maybe before I have this, maybe let's go for this electronic piano. Maybe this is let's run it there. Let's put it up to one more high. So what I'm thinking is like go from we'll skip between suspended chords and the minor chord. So like this. Or down here. And basically all that's doing is it's playing an F, then an A sharp, then a G sharp, then a G. So it's basically like that. That's I'm taking the broad range of chords and just like narrowing it into something It's an easy way to do it. Alright, let's see what we can go here. Higher. I want it's the tremolo. Yeah. What do I want it to play down here? Nah, it's too up here. Too high. Down one. It's gotta be there. Dun. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay, maybe it will have to go down. Okay. Would be add 9. Might have to open the chord up. Well, what's the F? Should be a C. There's the 5th. Yes, then. Maybe. Can I just play it as? Maybe we can put a layer on this. So instead of going like this. Oh, first of all, let's put this up higher so it makes it easier to play with. That's the same chord. Yep. What's that? F. F sharp. Let's take these away. Just run it like that. Layer it. Quantize that, play that up. Let's add some more rhythm. Let's run this down here. Or select. Let's run through my bases. What? That's what I want. Fat effects. For bass. Ooh. fuck, that's a fat bass. Oh, it's not going to move now, is it? Okay, there we go. That's not where I want it. There. Let's run that out to there. Alright, let's get rid of these drums. Just mute them for a second. Undo. Chop this. So the rhythm I want to play is maybe like this. If it fucking went in the right space. Split those notes. Split that. Dun dun dun. Just like that. Dun dun dun. Take that away and run that in there. Okay. Let's copy that top line. That second bit, I'm not a fan of. Why is... oh, okay. Take that back. Let's fix all these envelopes. Just take one away like that. Right. like to go through these. Let's maybe go for some step effects actually, because I am stepping across, so. Just one simple gated. Let's add some verb to it. I give that a rest for a little bit. I'm going to run a drummer region into this because it just needs a little bit of live percussive sort of steady state stuff. Yeah, this is fucking awesome. I love using step effects. I was just getting it sitting where I want to, but I think it might need just a little bit more of this. Probably about here. Yeah. Alright, so I want to have this as mono. Don't need no compressor because it's just going to be like accenting pieces. Right down the center. Alright, let's add just a fraction of delay. Now I'm going to convert that to a MIDI region because thinking that it might be a little bit too much, too fast. Or let's modulate it with a tremolo. Better. The cymbals. Now we need some crashes. Far out, man. I'm getting tighter and tighter as I do less and less hours because I do about anywhere from like 10 to sometimes 12 hours a night at work. I think I want... Yeah, crash right. But, yeah, it's been a little bit tough to do that. So my body's like, well, rest. Like, what are you doing? Go to bed. But 3:30, it's, yeah, stupid because, for example, because I work at night too, if you don't keep your body in a regular rhythm, like forcing yourself to sort of stay up to a certain point consistently, if you have an early night, you got to take that as a win, like as if you finished during the day at like, you know, midday or whatever. Go home, enjoy yourself. Like, you wouldn't go home and just go to bed. Like, fucking sun's out. So, yeah, like, technically I've only been awake for about 12 hours and I'm tired, so that's odd. So yeah, I've got a... This is why I find it's good, because I like to talk and, you know, it gets my brain thinking rather than just sitting here and just going over things, because that can be tiring. But yeah, if I have an early day and I don't stay up and I go to bed, all of a sudden I might get to, like, say this time the next night and maybe I've got to do another 3 hours work and I'm tired, and that's not good. Not good. Especially when you know, if I've got to drive a heavy vehicle, and I've also got to drive, like tonight I was moving Mercedes cars, so that's not, you don't want to fucking break one of them. You had the same thing, the sleep or doing night shift. Why'd that bell icon go away? Okay, cool. Hey, why'd that go away? There. 11 PM to 5 AM and not going to take that extra thing. Yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Probably give me time to go and make a coffee. Let my ears have a bit of a rest. Let's name this Crash. Like that. Oh, jeez. Ouch. Yeah. Okay. Well, say hi. I'm going to go make a coffee and then come back, and I think this tune needs a bit more re-leveling because I've got it hitting a limiter, so it doesn't really seem right in my ears. But yeah, say hi for me. Say hi to Rick, and I will make a coffee and come back later in like 5-ish minutes. Okay, cool. Save that. Alright. Be right back. Let's turn this off for a second. Okay. Be right back. Alright. Let's get these headphones back on. Alright. I am back. Okay, so let's put that back on. So what I didn't do with this is run over it with my bit crusher. I remember I set up the send to be the first in the chain because I didn't want it to happen after the reverb. It could have some nasty effects to the reverb. So yeah, this is just a low cut filter sent to downsampled bit crusher. Very, very dominant here. Put it in the mid side. I want to sit it. Yeah. So the mid signal will give it a bit more strength. And what I'll do is I'll maybe double this frequency, put a nice peak for the stereo. So let's say about here. Let's sidechain that. give the snare a bit of room. It's very squelchy there anyway. Alright, so I'm not too worried about the top melody lines there. I just want to just push that way, so that's fine. It's a bit high. Gonna add 2 together. You got bitten on the fucking head by a mosquito. Alright. So, fairly happy with all that. However, it always feels like there's something more that I want to just add. Thinking. I haven't used Zebra in a while. Zebra 2. I haven't even used Serum in a while. Or Silence. Or something to like just screech out of this. Maybe Anna? Anna 2? Oh, it's just Anna. It's not even Anna 2. I haven't even updated it. June. Wavetable set. Maybe. Let's go for this. Retro synth is it's a cool thing. Swap between analog, syncopated, and some other stuff. Yeah, let's go. See, warp synth. It's like asking me. Fuck, that's loud. Sorry. Oh, whoa. No, I'm after something leady. Fuck it, let's just make a new sound. Initialize, we'll go for FM? Make an FM sound. Three. Octave sound good. Scorpion. No, Vector. So we'll start it from a bell sound. Fuck, I wish I could just zero this thing the way I wanted it. Every single time you gotta work. That's the fucking downfall of this thing. Alright, let's put some tube screeching on it. Tremendous screeching. No delay. Just a little bit of that. Alright, cool. Start with that. Okay, let's add some upper octaves. So maybe a little bit. Put it through 16. Pull it this way. Bit more color. Modulate it. Oh, that's nice. It's just actually, let's do it without that. Let's put the EQ on. Take some of that away so I'm going to zero it in a little bit. A little bit back. All right. Image is a bit better now. So that's a screech. Let's take that away. Just repeat that. See how this goes over here. See if in the grand scheme of things it works as a whole. So I'm going to get this slow one out here. We're going to play with some here we go. Or should we just use the drummer? The drummer would probably play it to the... Yeah. It's probably easier to play it with the drummer. Fuck that. Let's go here. Little drummer boy. Alright. Toms. Alright, so on with this complex. So I like the tail, however, I don't like the fact that they're using the kicks, but that's always going to happen. Oh man, need a chiropractor. Too fucking heavy. Yeah, maybe. Let's convert that to a MIDI region. We'll fuck with it now. Oh, I thought you were gone. Cool. Cheers. Enjoy dinner. Let's get some EQ in there so it's not smashing out of the fucking 100 Hertz range. Let's mute that. So my two loops are coming along nicely. This needs some high-end something. It's too plain. That might be what it is. It's this rhythm that I've got to play with it. That's the difference. So let's grab these. Drag them up to there. The first one didn't want to play? Why? It doesn't want to play ball. That's not fair. Take that one out. Take that bottom line out. Sneaky. Just need a little something on the top. It needs a little bit of, I don't know. Let's fill out the sound with like something simple. So this here plugin is ESP. It's a Logic native. This is usually how I start, just more square based. Because I usually start with bass. Makes a good chunk of bass, so. Very fucking high. Let's compress this under the top line. Except I'll have to change this to melody. So that when I go to compress it over the top, sidechain it over the top, it shows up the way it's meant to. So this one. Sidechain. It's a very, very powerful plugin. There's a lot of fucking bass in it too. Jeez, Louise. That's better. Does it pretty good actually. So that's good. The square tooths that come out of ESP sit underneath the original Spire piece. So see that with the high-end accent. the last thing that I was going to do here before I begin to lay the track out and get it to a point where I might like it to be, I don't know, from start to finish, and then see what else I can put in there. Obviously there'll be some sweeps and all the regular stuff I put in there, but yeah, there's probably going to be some other stuff. So this loop here, okay, I'm going to make that suck back and forth over this. Top loop melody, top loop mid, there. Want it to be a bit smoother. So I'm just going to make sure that right now, before it hits the limiter there, I'm going to check the multimeter. Good thing I did, because I'm going to take 3 decibels off there. Now we're going to need to adjust this. Big difference in dynamics now. So I want this, what did I take 3 off? So it'll be 5. So what I did here was basically got this delay top to sit. I was going to just I first had the idea to delay the sample, but that would cause more phasing issues than doing this. So what I've done here is I've put a compressor on it, sidechained it to the main piece that it was, because this sample is actually in there. So it sidechained it to itself and only lets one out. Then I've thrown a tremolo on it and thrown that out of phase. But what I'm checking is to make sure that the left and right signal is okay. But there's not too much on the left, not too much on the right. It's just right. Okay, so pretty happy. I'll save that. So the way that this track is going to start, a lot of my tracks lately have been starting with like pianos and stuff, so I'll probably start at like let's go for a let's do a duplicate here. See if I can play to this. Oh, it's not that one. That's a, yep, straight. Make that as chords. Let's start it like that. That's my keys. So both of these had actually they didn't. Pardon me. Let's see where we want to put this. Drop the volume there. About there. Where we at? 5. Alright, let's lay this sucker out. So we'll move these over here. Split those. Well, not the text. So this is where we're going to start. What time frame's that? 1 minute 20. That'll be at like the breakdown. Let's go there. Should be 2 minutes. Yeah, just on. Okay, so mute all the percussion. And what do we have? We could probably put a high cut filter on that. Probably don't even need it actually. Let's try. Higher. That works. Alright. These and these. Damn thing. Why aren't you selecting? Because of that. Alright, so we're going to start at a bar 1, like that. And that's obviously going to go there. So here's going to be our drop. Let's go like this. These will come later, which would be about there. That, just loop that out. That will be there. All that will be later as well, actually. So you just be kick and snare. That will change like that. Kick will drop back 1. And then that will come in. That can get. Yes. Yeah. Take that away. That top line shouldn't be there. We're not going to play that until the break, so that can go over here. That will be there. Yeah, that'll go there. So that'll fade out. Top part, that'll disappear. This will be there. Right, all that chunky bass rhythm, put that there. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that will be there. That top is the top bass. So top bass line. That's like our. Actually, that will start to. That will get copied across. Actually, we'll just go take that out. Probably gonna need to duplicate that because it'll be full there. So let's take that away. Loop that. Loop that. And then loop that. That won't come back in. That can go away. 2 like that. That'll get added in. Let's chop that. Put that there. Take that away. Duplicate that back. Rim shots, rides. Let's make these go over here. Just to add some variance. That's 4 sections. This needs to go here. So these organs will slowly come up. Basal will drop out. Is that 4 sections? Put it into 3. Okay. So let's take. Let's just do it this way. Split that. Delete, delete, delete. Take these, bring these back. Then these will get taken over here. So everything, then nothing. Let it crash. We'll make some more tom-tom loops. Alright, take that to there. Let's write some automation in here. If you're wondering why you can't hear anything, it's because I'm doing it in my head. So this top line, that will be down there. This, let's start this. What was the frequency of it? It was 1120. So 1080 should do it. Let's drop this about 4. Same as this. That'll go away. Let's duplicate this. So keys. This will be the intro. All of that there gets copied down here. Right. So the same thing with this. This will filter in. That wasn't it. Keys intro, yes. So let's grab that frequency. Like that. Let's turn that off and see how that goes for now. Give that a bit of movement. So these two, group them together because I want to EQ them together. Combine the two together with a bit of this distortion. So that's going to make it about 3 decibels higher. So let's go for negative 2.7. Bass. Let's do this after that. And let's low cut it because what I've learnt from DJing on Night Ride is you don't want a lot of bass in your intro. However, the track itself, I'd probably go the other way. So let's just try this way first. We're going to need to duplicate this as well. Slowly bring this up a fraction. I think it was more bass heavy about there. So let's duplicate that. Right. This will be the intro. Just grab all that. Let's push him down to there. This one. We'll just turn it off. Got an itchy head. All this, now this here. want to filter this out. Oh, sorry, filter it in as well. Just go here, put 2 points right on the mark there. Here, we'll just drag this down to give the drums a bit of space. Pardon me. About 370 should do it. We should take a dirty frequency out too. Right. This is gonna probably chug on the fucking CPU like a motherfucker now because I've got 41 channels and not half of that. So let's save. And let's have a listen. That frequency is not working. Not sure why. Sometimes they don't work. May have to So we got some issues with the big crusher running through right over it. Which means you can do this, however, if we just put that over there, we are going to have to check this. So this is going to have its own dedicated filter, and so is this. So open up each one. Let's put another filter on this one. And there. Put it to about here, 6K. Right, now let's check it. Whoa. You see this down here? This is not good. So I'm guessing yes, low cut. Let's run that right at 20 Hertz. I'm going to put this on the reverb too. So much sweeter. gonna put another bar in there, I think. I mean, I could add another 2 in there, really. The way that it flows this here, this first section, I could just like repeat that. And then I could add another section somewhere, but yeah. Anyway, so let's then we'll take all of that one, duplicate, right, chuck that over there. Oh wow, it's time 4:45. Fucking hell, this is ridiculous. Now, before I do this, all this needs to move across 1, like that. Now I'm going to filter these. It's already been on there? Yep. Okay, so let's filter through that. Like so. Because that will be that way. The breakdown. And we want this like that. Instead of copying that across, I need to go like this. And then just 1. Yeah, just 1. Let's get that away. So the drop would probably right there, I think. 2 minutes. So this would be about a 4.5 minute track. It's pretty good. Not bad. Sort of happy with that. Alright. Or not. We can extend this break, I think. And right there. Take these back. They can go there. So that will filter down. Screech is fine. These need to go back up here because these were filtered. Right, so this will filter back down. Like so. Like so. And like so. I want to take that away, drive that away. Okay. Let's continue with that. Actually, no, back it up. Shit. This one. So now here's the change. We've got to drive that up like that because it's got to match that. The part of me is going to match the other top line. Why is it making me burp? Then I'm going to loop this until it gets to the first one. Yes. So it's going to play the melody. How are we going to do this melody too? Right in the middle of that bar or not? That's all not going to hit there, so that can move across. So that includes mid kick too. I think that's too far. Let's We want the brake to be about the same as that, right? The crash would be there. Base, so it'd be like this. Let's put that in the same group. That'll make this easier. Loop that till there. I might just do it old school. Oh, it sounds like I have a child awake. Let's go really, really mysterious with this. Mute that. I've got a child up, hang on.